Welcome back to Liberty Tree Gaming. We are in the seedy district of Kuttenberg at the wonderful inn here. That fighting, Z fighting right there, I think is what that's called. So textures kind of overlap and not nicely. Mutt, come here.
Here you go. Take it.
In the last episode, we made our way into Kuttenberg and met with Katherine over here at the Hangman's Halter. And she said that she had heard reports of a guy named Goatskin who had been bragging that he was a spy, but he wouldn't say for who. And she directed us over here to this wonderful little place, the Hole in the Wall, where we also had a fight club. And we did the fight club and met with Chenyek, who does know Goatskin, and said that Goatskin had been bragging about being a spy and that he was robbing people, drunk people at night over between the horse district, I think he said, the horse market, and the Herodic region or part of the city, which is this, I suppose. So we should check on that over in that way. And I think that's kind of what we're going to work towards. But we do still have a quest here and another quest there. So I'm thinking we're just going to kind of work our way around through this area and kind of work towards the other side of the city. So, hey, Mutt.
What are you skulking around for?
Come on now, Mutt. Hold still.
You're my doggy, eh?
Good boy.
Excuse me.
So, oh yeah. And while I was editing, I noticed that
The service might be a bit slow here.
there was a Codex entry about the skeleton that we didn't look at. So I wanted to look at that real quick. Codex, and I don't know where it would be, but maybe here. Stary Fortress. See something. Grund, Horsham, Danemark Mill, Billany. See it there. I think it said something like skeleton. Yeah, skeleton in the tavern. Anyone who has ever visited the tavern frequented by Kuttenberg's poor, bearing the unflattering nickname of Hole in the Wall, surely noticed a local peculiarity. Skeleton sitting at a table. We borrowed it from the book Old/New Kuttenberg Tales by Yedka Yelenkova, who wrote that there used to be a gambling house in the lower town where miners would go to drink and gamble, but the miners' wives would not stand for it, so they hatched a secret plan. They bought a skeleton from the executioner's assistant and hung it in the gambling house in the closet where the cards were kept. They hoped this would scare the men and make them give up their habit forever. But instead, the drunk men pulled the skeleton out of the closet, set it at a table, and began to drink with it. To their dismay, the skeleton came to life as midnight struck and started to actually drink its beer while thrashing the end. For our purposes, we have taken the liberty of borrowing the first part of the story. Interesting. All right. So, Chenyek, you're still a quest tipster, quest beginner?
God bless.
Tell me about the
Is it
skeleton.
normal for a skeleton to sit at the table in this tavern?
Of course! When he orders a beer, he gets a rag to go with it. Oh, it's a long story. You better ask the innkeeper.
All right. Tell me more about yourself.
Tell
then.
me about yourself. Where are you from, and what brought you here?
Don't you have anything better to do than listen to that kind of rubbish? All right. I'm from Kuttenberg, son of a tailor. I studied at the university in Prague. I met a lot of interesting people there. And let me tell you this. The wisest people in this kingdom know a big change is coming.
You mean that reformation you like to talk about?
A great wind will come and sweep away that which has no firm roots. Then the rain comes and moistens the soil so that new grain can grow on it.
Could you stop with the metaphors?
You're not stupid. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. There's not much more I could tell you about myself. Except maybe, when this is all over, and we've established this brave new world, I will return to my studies.
I'm interested in the guild.
Plato or Aristotle?
The guild?
Right. Are you interested in our ideals or the group in general? Generally speaking, we are just ordinary peasants. Paupers, beggars, common rabble. At least that's what they like to call us. The lowest of the townsfolk. But if we're the dregs of the city, we still hold our bare arses high and have a passion for a good cause in our hearts. Take care for now.
But he's still a tipster. Give me anything? I think it did. See, that was the extra fight. Found the strongest fighter in the region. In the Kuttenberg cemetery. I don't believe in ghosts, but I'd like to find out what the truth. Can't talk to you again. Okay.
How can I help you, sir?
I think you said I could talk to him about the skeleton. Yeah?
Where did the skeleton come from?
Ah, another newcomer who hasn't heard of Hugo.
Hugo.
I'm happy to tell you because it's a hilarious tale. Have you got the time?
One of the fighters said I could talk to Hugo about Goatskin, I think. Yeah, go ahead.
Sure do. Tell me.
Well, then listen carefully. 10 years ago, back when the tavern belonged to another fella, miners used to gather here and play dice for money. Miners are not very rich and they often lost what little they had to live on. But their wives were understandably pissed off, so they came up with a plan. They clubbed together to buy a skeleton of a hanged man from the executioner, and they hid it in the cupboard where the miners kept their dice, thinking they would take it as a sign from God. But when the drunken men opened the cupboard and saw the skeleton, they were amused. They sat it down next to them, gave her a drink, and even threw the dice when it was the skeleton's turn.
The wives' plan didn't work out so well.
The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. The miners don't come here anymore, but Hugo, as he came to be called, stayed. I'm telling you, he'll be still sitting here long after our bones are in the ground. Good story, right?
Yeah, great.
I'd have a drink with Hugo in a heartbeat.
We'll do this, even though he'll probably tell me what he's already told me.
What's new in the city?
Nothing much. If you're looking to make some coin, I don't know.
All right, then. Now, we never went to our room here.
I'm sorry.
It's not too late yet, so we're not going to do that just yet. We'll come back to it. Maybe we'll sleep here tonight.
You got a moment, lad?
Well, sure.
What would you like?
I don't want to yell. Come closer. You're new here, aren't you? Has Chenyek talked the head off you already?
We spoke.
I'll give you some good advice to start with. Don't listen to his bollocks about a fairer society and the honourable struggle for a better tomorrow. It's just bull to mess with newcomers like you. By the way, they call me Knuckles.
Yeah, so he was part of the band, part of the guild. So seems like he's not too keen on the high ordeals or ideas of the guild here. But sounds convincing.
Sounded pretty convincing to me.
Aye. Chenyek can sweet-talk people like no other. I mean, Chenyek talks about sharing stuff fairly and how we don't do it for the money. But you know what? It's horse. It's every man for himself down here, even if they say otherwise. And Chenyek just gives it such a nice polish.
Are you saying he lied to me?
More like, he didn't tell you the whole truth. I heard from friends that Sigismund has a bottle of very fine wine somewhere in his warehouse. The kind of wine that you don't often see in these parts. I have a buyer for it. So if you bring it to me, I'll give you half the coin he's paying for it.
So Chenyek said that Knuckles was the thief of the guild, and he could help us out with like lockpicks and stuff. I don't really want to get too deep on his stuff, so I'm gonna stick with Chenyek's way and see what happens.
Well, I'll stick to what Chenyek told me. I'm not complicating it by stealing wine.
Well, that's a shame.
Chenyek said you could give me some gear, too.
All that talk about equality, brotherhood. But when it comes to lockpicks, I'm supposed to give you stuff from my own stash. Here's something you might find useful.
Thank you.
I mean, I don't need any of that, but thanks. All right. Master Wenceslas, we were told to go and see him, I think. Guess I ought to flag it, because I will get lost. Let's go that way. Master Wenceslas, what's up?
What do you have for sale?
Okay, well, do you have a bow that's better than the one we're currently rocking? And can I sell you some? Yeah, don't get much for those, do we? They seem to be the same, but they're all tier 3. Is that what I have now? I have an ash tier 3. Basically I have that, but 3. I mean, this got higher power. Hardly be compared to the famous English longbows, but it can still do a lot of damage both in the woods and on the warfields. That's plus 40. That's plus 50. Plus 90. Take it. What else you got? Aim and fire 2 again. And a marksman kit I don't really need. Oh yeah, in the last couple episodes we've encountered a bug a couple times where the haggle amount swaps, like, and it looked really weird. And in the last one I thought I'd lost an extra like 600 or something groschen. Turns out when I went back, actually did the math on it, I actually gained that much. It's just confusing how it was presenting it. So it is a bug. I haven't found it mentioned anywhere else, but it's definitely a bug. And in the last 2 episodes, between the 4 times that it happened to me, I've basically made out with like almost 9,000, or not 9,000, 900 extra groschen. So probably gonna, to be fair to the game and make it realistic as to what I expected to happen, probably gonna give away a bunch of groschen to poor people. I was thinking maybe Bara, if I can get back to her and just drop some extra groschen on her head, see if she'd pick it up. Let's see if it happens again here. So I think it happens when you're selling more than what the trader has available, but you're buying stuff too, and it caps out at the trader's amount for the haggle, and you wind up getting that instead of paying the net. All right, so let's haggle and see if it happens again. Trader has 471. I'm paying 862. Probably won't happen this time.
Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
Yeah, so my net was like 861, and you haggle, you start at 600 here. So I can go lower there.
What would you
Probably
say
not.
to this?
That's almost an...
right, we'll go there.
Finally. Thank you, sir. And come again.
So just by going into haggle, you save money. All right, well, he didn't have anything fun to do. I guess I could probably go out there and do archery. Just walk out there and just see.
Good day to you. Good thing you're here. I was just about to close.
Prearranged. Nary.
Good day to you.
Why do they call you Nary, Master?
Actually, that's because of my younger brother. We're dead ringers for each other, you know. So Vashek let his beard grow out so that people could tell us apart.
Aha, I see.
I have to admit it helped, but one day some drunkard stopped us on the street and started yelling about how the liquor's making him see double.
Well, all right.
But then he took a good look at us and saw that beard. And then he started screaming. It's not the f***ing alcohol. There's two of them bastards here. One hairy and one nary. And that was it. Since then, nobody's called me anything else.
Thanks. Now
But my brother didn't escape it either.
Oh, he
It
likes to
didn't take
talk.
long before they started calling him Vashek Nary, hairy or not. They even started calling our cousin Little Nary. You see what one stupid little nickname can do?
Aye. Truly exhausting. So what's your real name?
Emmanuel, of course, after my grandfather on my father's side.
Emmanuel?
Ah, such a nice name, but all of you still have to call me by that stupid nickname. Oh well.
All right, I'm not going to read that, but if you would like to, there it is. Looks like, yeah, we got shooting contest we can probably do here. A long range arrow, I think I will take that, thank you. A few more over here, huh? And that reminds me, I need to put my bow on. That in a moment. Hey, I discovered Kuttenberg again. Right, that's a huge increase. And I put it in the wrong spot. Thank you. All right, let's put on our dueling sword. It is a longsword, so it's nice. Haven't seen a grindstone around. Would like to sharpen this, but we'll find one. Probably there. What? Is that water? Like a waterfall or rapids around here. Sure enough. Oh my gosh, it's so loud.
What can I do for you?
Show me your...
Hey. Oh, he's got a knight sword sketch. Hungarian spurs seem to be a little better than what I have on. And do I have anything else I can sell? I've sold most everything. I did dump that brigandine in my chest, so hopefully I'll remember that when I get to my chest again. And I do have a lot of blacksmith kits, but not a load of armor kits. but I've got enough. All right, we'll haggle
I'd like
this.
to discuss the price.
Well, I was glad to be of help to you.
Let's sharpen up here. Wouldn't buy that?
I need to sharpen this.
Just want to get the perk on it, that's all. Master Prokop Edris.
Was möchtest du, mein Herr?
Okay, the bell founder. Is this the guy that we met a bell master or something a while back?
If I understand correctly, you mainly make bells?
Ja, genau. Are you in the market for one? Or why do you ask?
I'd be more interested in a gun.
Ich verstehe. There's a lot of talk about hot pieces right now, eh? But I have to warn you, they do not exactly come cheap. Andererseits, with a gun from me, you can be sure it will not go off in deinem Gesicht.
I'm interested in bronze casting. I'm originally a blacksmith, after my father.
Warum nicht? And you have never seen a foundry, lad?
Well, they cast a church bell in the Sassau monastery once. But what's that compared to your gunpowder bombard?
And yet it is nämlich the same concept. But it's a new era. Mein Vater cast bells for angelic choirs, and I cast guns for hellish blasts.
Okay, well,
I'll
what
have
you
a look
got?
at the wares.
Wow. All right, it's got a bunch here. Really need any of this, but
I hope you find what you're looking for. Next time, good sir.
all right. Sorry about that. Had to take care of something real quick. Wash off. All right, so it's getting late. People are closing. Have an alchemy bench and quest over there. Is it inside here? These are the casts for making the bells, huh? Coal? Yeah. Oh, probably the world's worst alchemy bench. It's so loud over here. My gosh. Oh, hello. Chenyek milk drinker. Okay. Wow. This is so awesome. Can't open that door.
At your service, sir.
I gotta do something about this rattling armor. Woodcutters. Good day for fishing, isn't it?
In deep water again. My shoulder still hurts from the last time.
think we're getting close to this guy, yeah, so it should be here somewhere. Stairs that side. Let's go around. Maybe. This may be one of the things that was mentioned earlier about somebody had bought a place and was fixing it up. I forget who mentioned that. House owner Betty.
I'm here to...
Well, it's about time. Put it somewhere inside.
There must be some mistake. I'm not delivering anything.
What do you want, then?
The innkeeper sent me. He said you're looking to hire someone.
He's not wrong. I was afraid nobody would turn up. Who might you be?
Henry of Scallis.
I'm Betty. I run the place.
I'm guessing business isn't great.
Everyone has to start somewhere. Once I've got the place in good nick and up and running, it'll be the best establishment in the city. I need you to bring some things from Grund. And while you're there, find my wagoner Matsek and bring him back as well. He went there before you and he hasn't come back yet.
All right.
What do you want me to bring back?
You know, a bit of this and a bit of that.
You're not telling me much.
Curiosity killed the cat.
And what if I told you to forget it?
You wanted a job, didn't you? I promise you won't regret it and you'll enjoy the journey.
Promise I won't regret it. All right, let's let it be a surprise.
All right then. It'll be a surprise. Who's Matsek?
The wagoner I hired for the job before you. He still hasn't come back. I reckon he's gone to ground and Grund, so to speak.
Ground and Grund. Sounds like a joke. Why do you think he hasn't come back?
Why do you think he's gone to ground?
Matsek's a bit odd. Superstitious. He once didn't set foot outdoors for 2 days because there was a black cat outside on the porch. When you meet him, you can ask him about it yourself.
And he's definitely
Are
there?
you sure he'll be in Grund?
He's bound to be sitting in a tavern, boozing and keeping his head down. He used to steal for a living. So now he sees a catchpole round every corner, and he's afraid of his own shadow.
Okay.
What's in it for me?
A decent bit of coin.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Deal. I'll go to Grund for the wagon and its driver.
In the meantime, I'll try and get this place cleaned up a bit.
Good scrub. Side quest.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat shed.
Watch your mouth, lad. It might not smell as sweet as other places, but we've got all the services you could wish for. Baths, laundry, and nice girls for company. What more could you want from a bathhouse?
Well, not to catch lice on the way to the bath, maybe?
Do you often visit bathhouses?
Yeah.
I go to bathe and get my dirty clothes washed.
And you pay no heed to the girls. Ha! That's what they all say.
Mm-hmm.
How did you come to have a bathhouse? It can't be that easy.
I inherited it from Marish, the previous owner. I was his head wench for 7 years. I've lived in this house since I was little, in fact.
You grew up here?
Marish took me in when I was a little orphan of around 10. I washed laundry, carried water, ran errands. It wasn't a bad life at all. Marish was like a father to me.
What does the head wench do?
Just about everything. Takes care of the business, pays the girls, arranges food, anything that needs doing, basically.
And he left it to you? Just like that?
Aye. Marish didn't have a proper family, and I'd been here since I was a nipper and knew the ropes. I'm the only one who stayed with him. Even when the money ran out and the bathhouse fell into disrepair. So of course he left it to me. He was a good man. God rest his soul.
Okay, so what do you plan to do?
with the bathhouse now?
I'll do the place up and reopen it.
That won't be easy, I reckon. The first part especially.
I've coped with worse things in life.
How come it's so run down?
It wasn't always like this. Old Marish used to say, Betty, this place has to shine, and everyone must find what he's looking for here, see? Except, he wasn't good with money. So he ended up broke, and then everything went downhill. We couldn't even afford herbs for the baths. People stopped coming. The girls left, and the old man fell ill. For a while it was just the two of us, and then he died. So it's up to me to get this place back on its feet.
Are there any other bathhouses in the city?
Aye, there's one, but I wouldn't set foot in it.
How come?
Because it belongs to Adam the bathkeeper, who always used to treat us like dirt. Just because his bathhouse is in the centre, he thinks he's God's gift. And what's more, it was him who badmouthed us. So people stopped coming.
He was just getting rid of the competition, eh?
Yeah, but I'll show him what a proper bathhouse looks like.
What is this place?
A bathhouse.
Looks more like a half-built goat shed.
Watch your mouth like baths. What more could you want? Well...
I don't know why it was highlighted, because it was exactly the same. All right, well, let's do it then. Pick up the package. All right, we'll poke around here real quick. Just see if there's anything interesting in here. Oh, very good job. The mop bucket spill. It looks wet. That's it. Yeah, this place is a wreck. Got a lovely view. Maybe. Maybe not. Let's see. I think we went down here, did we? Burn out fireplace. It's just like some parts of Seattle. Yep. Let's get out of here. O'clock. Can I do laundry anywhere? Probably not till we repair it.
In deep water again. My shoulder
Repair the
still hurts
bathhouse.
from the last time.
God bless you, sir.
Future bathmaid. I'm sorry, that was probably rude. Shouldn't call people that. Let's see, what's our time? We got 35-ish minutes. So let's do... Go out there, do the laundry, back to the inn and sleep. And once again, I didn't mark it on my map, so I'm gonna hope I can navigate okay. Roger. Okay, so we got the water coming in. Nice. You're dressed awful fancy for doing hard labor. we didn't check to see if we could get a room at the Hangman's Halter. Let's go there instead. Well, you're named Johannes von Gelnhausen.
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
You look like a learned man, sir. I assume you're most likely an alchemist, right?
Oh, what times we live in. A man pulls out a book and is immediately the center of interest. This wouldn't have happened during the times of the ancient Romans. But no, my friend. I'm neither an alchemist nor a scholar. Or actually, I am a bit of the latter. I used to be the high scribe here, but that was a long time ago. An entire human life.
Okay, what do you do now?
What do you do now? Do you while away the time reading books? That's quite an expensive hobby.
Yes, it certainly is. Fortunately, I have access to several monastery libraries. Nevertheless, I spend my time writing rather than reading.
Here in Kuttenberg?
And why not? Is it forbidden, perchance?
No. I just thought that's what the monasteries are for.
Certainly, but we are living in revolutionary times, and we also need to record things both simple and legal. As I say, let us learn humility and live in the truth of God. But let us not condemn ourselves to foolish ignorance for this reason.
If you were a high scribe, you probably lived your entire life here in Kuttenberg, haven't you?
Oh, not at all. I was fortunate enough to have traveled the world over and to have served several bishops. In fact, I was also a notary for our good Emperor Charles, may God give him eternal glory. I have only recently returned here to the city, for I have an important and very difficult task here.
And what would that be?
And what is your task here? I presume it's to write a book about the city.
Actually, that's correct. About this town, about the people who live here, and especially about mining. But I'm not interested in the extraction methods, but rather in the legal framework of the entire matter, if you understand me.
Perhaps.
In short, I'm perceptive to the legal standards, regulations, and laws. I would like to write a book about it all.
Something like a mining legal code?
Yes and no. The legal code as such has long existed. I'm aiming more at its reform. I would like to complete the work entrusted to me by the councillors of the mining city of Yiklava. If I succeed, I will have created an entirely unique codex.
If you succeed? You don't know for sure?
Nothing is ever certain, but I firmly believe I shall. After all, I have God's eye looking over me, and this town surrounding me. It truly helps me to walk through the streets of my youth.
Improve scholarship, right? What was Emperor Charles like?
What was King Charles like? I've heard he was a powerful and just ruler.
Yes, he was smart enough to surround himself with capable people. You can tell how wise a man is by looking at his friends, my lad. And Emperor Charles of Luxembourg was friends with poets, philosophers, bishops, and even the Pope himself. He sought to maintain the status quo and consolidate the power of the Church as his greatest ally. And that was his biggest mistake.
Wait, what do you mean by that?
That the end justifies the means, and the Church became quite rich thanks to Charles. Monasteries and bishops have acquired huge estates, and the nobility and the burghers are green with envy. Mark my words, this will not end well. There will soon be another war.
It's not like the current one is over.
Compared to what is coming, this is a mere shoving match. Believe me, when the Church gets involved,
he's a telepath.
The struggle for the very soul of every man will begin. Take care and good night.
Another level. To get 2 levels by talking to this fella. I want to look at that codex for him. Johannes von Gelnhausen. He was a lawyer, mining scribe, and archivist of the Imperial Chancery. As the second-born son of a German noble family, he went to study, and before 1365, he secured the post of mining scribe in Kuttenberg. The following years, he served the most powerful men of his time, and traveled throughout the empire with the imperial court of Charles IV. Later, as an expert in both types of law, he led the office of Bishop John Neumarkt in Oldenburg, and subsequently he was a city scribe in Brno until 1389. It was only towards the end of his life that he created his seminal work known as the Gelnhausen Codex, an illuminated legal treatise for the mining town of Jelava. Johannes made full use of his experience here, taking inspiration from the mining code of Kuttenberg, Jus Regal Antinorum. Okay. I don't know what this is. It's clearly a mark. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides, so it could be like a pentagram, but that's some sort of mark. Let me see what this place is. Sealed off. Can't get in. But that'll come up later. So we're gonna head back towards the what was it? Hangman's Halter or something? Of course, I'm going the wrong way, looks like. Get through right here? No. Here, maybe.
Bloody fool. I mean, who the hell does he think he is? He's not the one with the itchy prick.
He didn't tell you anything.
He didn't even look at it. He just told me to bugger off. Women? Sure, happy to help them. But when it comes to me, he don't give a...
He always did see...
No. I could probably turn in the guild. I don't want to do that. Okay. Quick game of dice.
Good day. What would you like?
Would you like to throw...
What game would...
With a badge, and we can go all the way to Emperors. Yes, let's do it.
And nothing else.
Let's play.
All right, we're gonna go. I'm not using the teeth dice because I think they're just regular dice. What do we do? Lucky 1s and 6s. We'll do 2 of those. 3 of those. Those. Actually, I'm gonna not do that. Yeah, I'm not. All right, so we will do though is the.
I'll have a jug of wine.
Do the odd die. So what do I got? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 2 odd. And what badge? Try this one, so we can double the score of our last throw 3 times per game. Firm?
Maybe you're not playing for the first time, but you can't beat me.
How's life treating you?
Not too bad. I got...
Not a great start.
I'd have to split myself in 2 to get it all done on time.
Why don't you take on a young apprentice to help you out?
Sure, but where could I find a decent apprentice?
Oh, please. People are always asking me if you're looking for help, but they're never good enough for you.
Well, I don't. Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything. And has a good head on his shoulders, and most importantly, doesn't.
Oh, this is terrible.
Save yourself, but the answer's obvious.
If I was you, I'd take
that
it.
That way, you'll keep an eye on
1, a 5, and a 1. Great.
Well, you're not afraid of anything.
There we go. 1, 1, 1. Let's not get greedy. We'll do that and use the badge.
Maybe I do the same. These ones here.
It's got some interesting dice there. I don't think I've seen that one. That light gray one.
Feeling better?
Oh, yes. That ointment of yours is a gift from heaven. Now they only...
These people talking right in my ear. Not good. Not good.
Went to round up the cattle and gather in the hay.
Aye. When I'm old and infirm, folks will come to me for the weather forecast.
I heard about this fella who always got heartburn just before it snowed. You could team up.
All we need is a bloke who...
I'm gonna use the odd die there because it
And we'll be the 3 wise men.
has a chance to land on 1s, 3s, or 5s.
More like.
So by using that one instead of the other one, hope to increase my odds, or not decrease my odds of landing on good combos in the future. Right. Once again, we'll keep throwing. Keep throwing, see what we can do. Alright, well, not a great round. Score and pass.
Finished. Your turn.
Gold swap out badge. I don't know what that is. Need to look that up. 5, 5, 1, 1. Let's just keep throwing, actually. I'll throw again. Store and continue.
Growling at me like I was a stranger. He never used to be like that.
Alright.
He's getting old and losing his wits. He's half blind. Hey, Innkeeper! That beer! When he seems fright, he means bites your hand off.
He used to be such a sweet dog.
I'll give you a bit longer before I take off. I don't want to wait for him to bite you.
You see?
Aye.
Damn it!
He sits inside my hand.
We should get another couple. Everyone needs something to cheer them up.
Five. Or again.
Thanks for the herbal breeze.
5 and a 1.
You talked about the rats in your factory.
Got a good lead, so I'm gonna keep throwing.
You rubbed it on your shoulder.
Aye. I mean, I thought...
Bus.
You didn't try drinking it, did you?
No, thankfully, I didn't.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to be burnt at the stake of poisoning because of you.
My God, I'm done.
Let's use her badge.
If you think it'll help you.
That dice has a special thing on it. I'm gonna have to get this from this guy. Is that 4 or 5s? 1? There's 3. so again. Okay, let's do in or score in, pass, and keep going. Almost got this one knocked out.
Innkeeper!
Oh man.
These ones here. Aye, that'll do.
I don't know what that dice is.
You silly doggy.
I think it was in the first game, like maybe it's a kingdom dice or something.
Hey, listen. Say thumb.
Thumb?
Stick it up your bum.
It's yours.
It's hard to believe.
Boy, he
you're
came
still
back.
single.
She said it's hard to believe you're still single. 2, 3, 5. And that, can I throw again? So. Three, 1. Let's pass.
Finished. Your turn.
Oh, he's so close. I've got to win it, and I think I just did. 5, 5, 5. 1, and I can use the badge
Fine,
too.
then. It's not over yet, and the
It is.
badge is bloody gone. Aren't those dice sad that you're just letting them sit there?
I'm sorry.
My respects.
I apologize.
I can't see a thing. What time is it? No wonder it's late. Just go through the kitchen, huh? Trader, townsman, artisan, hard hand.
Then you'll come back to the tavern.
And
I'm sorry.
Can I get a room here? Is that a thing?
And
Call
what
me.
Welcome, sir. What can I do for you?
what do you have?
It's so cold.
I
Traffic jam.
apologize.
Oh, there's an upstairs. Looky here. Katherine.
I have some news about Liechtenstein.
Oh, I'm all ears.
I think I found that Goatskin fella. I mean, I think I know where he might be. It seems he's hiding out because someone had him beaten up recently.
If they're after him, he's surely mixed up in something. That's a good sign, right?
Only I don't know where to look for him. All I know is he's hiding out somewhere between Hradek Quarter and the horse market, and that he robs someone every now and again. But I can't search every single house there, can I?
If the worst comes to the worst, you can. But it might be wise to try asking around first. There's a big bathhouse in the Hradek Quarter. And nearby there's an alehouse where the miners go.
Can't hurt to ask. Maybe someone there knows about him.
Aye. Or you could try to lure him out. If you dare, go to the bathhouse and show you've got lots of coin. Maybe you'll get lucky. You look pretty decent. That ought to do the trick.
You look decent as well.
My, what a compliment.
My humble apologies. You look magnificent, of course. All the girls in Kuttenberg will be just yearning for you to lead them to the altar.
Thanks. You look pretty decent yourself.
You're right. It doesn't sound all that flattering.
Well, I don't know. Going out of my way to get jumped in this town doesn't sound like a great idea.
You're not afraid of that vagabond, are you?
I'm not afraid. I'm just wondering whether it's a good idea or not.
I'd try a different approach first. But, as a last resort...
Okay.
I'll be on my way.
Aye, get going. I need to get back to the alehouse job anyway.
Alright, well, we're gonna call it an episode here. We'll pick up next time and see if we can figure out what to do next. Thinking about working mainly on that Bathhouse quest, though. Just because I've got so many things going on, I'd hate jumping around, so I'd like to kind of settle into one thing and go from there. But we'll figure it out next time. Till then, be good.